Passing SANS GIAC certification exams made simple. There's no question that certifications in cybersecurity are becoming more and more important. They're not required in most cases. For example, like an attorney absolutely needs to have passed the legal bar in California to practice law there, or like a medical doctor must be board certified in order to be affiliated with most hospitals. However, more and more often, certs are checklist items, as in you must have them in order to get a specific job, contract, or consulting gig. And I get plenty of people in my classes who need to pass a certification exam to keep their jobs. Certainly 10 years ago in my consulting, nobody cared whether I had any certifications or not. Today, sometimes people ask or even assume I have them. They've definitely become much more important. Speaking of certs, the SANS Institute teaches hundreds, if not thousands, of information security courses every year worldwide, both in person and online, and most have associated certifications. I've been teaching SANS courses for well over a decade, and my first SANS event ever was in '97. GIAC, an affiliate of SANS, basically handles the certification process. They're a leading provider and developer of cybersecurity certifications with over 20 pretty well-respected certifications. Of course, SANS does more than training, and there's also non-GIAC certs that are well-respected, but we're concentrating on GIAC certifications here. So, why listen to me, Ted Demopoulos? Well, I've been involved with the SANS Institute for getting close to 20 years and teaching for SANS most of that time, helping many thousands of people get their certifications worldwide. Last I checked, I have 5 GIAC certs and others as well, like the CISSP. And I'm just like you, I take certification exams. Maybe I'm expected to do better on some than just pass. I usually hit the mid to upper 90s, but definitely not always. One recently on advanced forensics kicked my butt, although I did pass. I take exams the same way you do, in the same testing centers, just like everyone else. And yes, that's the Taj Mahal. I'll lie slightly and claim I taught a class on the Taj. Actually, it was in nearby New Delhi a few months back. It was a class for the GIAC Certified Enterprise Defender Certification, or GCED, and although not everyone took the exam, those that did passed. And although SANS obviously pays me for my work, I am an independent consultant with other clients, and I don't have to say nice things if I don't want to. Although I'm obviously biased to some extent like everyone is, I'm not a paid shill or anything remotely similar. Most people that take GIAC exams take the Associated SANS class, although that's not required, and most of the information here is applicable whether you take the associated class or not. We'll focus on people that take the associated class, as most do. Taking the exam without the class is commonly called challenging the exam. That's a picture of a class of mine in the beautiful and friendly country of Oman from about a year ago. Exams range from 2 to 5 hours and are open book and multiple choice. Check the website for details as they change from time to time. Currently, you have 4 months from when you sign up or take a class in order to prepare for the exam. And the passing score, although it varies, is around 70%. Again, check the website. You take exams at an authorized testing center, and they're pretty convenient in most parts of the world. We won't go over all the details of the exams, as I've said before, because the details can and sometimes do change. GIAC exams are open book and all multiple choice. SANS wants you to pass, but they have to be a fair test of the material as well, or the certifications wouldn't be very valuable, would they? Unlike some exams, there's no attempt to trick you. And although you may find some certifications a bit tricky, it's not on purpose. No examination or certification is perfect, but I think they do a pretty good job. Although all the answers are in the books, there's no way you have time to look up every answer. You need to know the material reasonably well, of course. In order to pass the exam, I strongly suggest you read all the books after class, including all the notes. Yeah, this takes a while, and some of the sections you may want to read more than once. You're not going to sit down and read them all at one time. You're better off reading a little bit at a time over a week or 2 or longer. According to GIAC, the average person who passes spends 55 hours studying for the exam, above and beyond any class time. Obviously, many people spend much less and some spend more. To help you study, SANS makes MP3s of the classes available. You don't have to use them, and learning styles vary, but some people learn very well from audio. I sometimes listen to them in the car or when running, basically times when I have spare ear time but can't read or watch anything. You also may have video available depending on the class and what options you purchased. Again, learning styles vary, and some people love learning from video. While reading the books, index them so you can look up answers quickly during the exam. How you index is up to you. What I see most commonly is people creating an index in Excel, sorting it, and printing it so it can be brought into the exam. Some groups I've had have worked together and created group indexes, which can work well as long as you know the index. Others may use tabs, and some people use seemingly umpteen different colors and tabs. While some people, like myself, simply scrawl a simple index on the front cover. Whatever works for you is fine. You get 2 sample exams you can take at home or work. Take at least one of them. Among other things, you're testing and learning your index during the sample exam. If you do well, maybe at 80 to 90%, you should be well prepared and there's no reason to take the other. Otherwise, I'd study some more and take the next exam. You want to pass easily, not barely scrape by. Some questions you'll simply know the answer to. Some you can easily look up via your index. Some will require searching the books for an answer. That's normal. Because of the sample exams, the actual exam should be no surprise. Although there are different question banks for the sample and actual exams, the questions are written by the same people and are extremely similar. When you pass the exam, you get the so-called silver or standard cert. You can also write a research paper and get the gold certification. See GIAC.org for more details. I've done it before. Information security certs are a bit controversial for sure, and not everyone likes their increasing importance. There are certainly certified bozos out there and plenty of brilliant people without any certifications. A certification doesn't guarantee anything. However, if somebody has 1 or more GIAC certs, it's highly likely they've been at least exposed to great information and probably retained some, and most likely have some practical hands-on experience. It's a good thing. Certifications are also one way to help prove your expertise. If you care and are competent, you naturally develop expertise over time, but may not have expert status in the eyes of others. Of course, there are many other ways to help show your expert status and beyond. Visit infosecrockstar.com for more info, or click on the link below to download the free InfoSec Rockstar Geek Will Only Get You So Far ebook for a lot more.